This is Sector Charlie. At 0400Z, an unknown subsurface contact was detected at the edge of the operational area. It was standard procedure until the radar picked up something unusual. The contact was moving against the current and completely silent. The unknown contact, designated 125, maintained radio silence. Its erratic course suggested a deliberate attempt to evade detection.
With the James now deployed, the mission escalated. We finally had the technology required.
The suspect vessel is utilizing a modular false hull. Stripping the disguise reveals its true form, a low-profile interceptor.
Here in the Lesser Antilles, both the PG-50 and the USCGC James are vectoring towards our target in the Trinidad Channel. Interception is imminent.
The Boca del Dragon. A narrow, turbulent passage where the Caribbean meets the Atlantic. And the stakes.
A stark contrast. Venezuela's claim to sovereignty against the resolute enforcement of maritime law by the United States Coast Guard.
The legal basis for this operation is firmly rooted in established international agreements, demonstrating our commitment to transparency.
Bridge, maintain present course.
To protect our nation and ensure regional stability, the U.S. Coast Guard is working with international partners.
While some characterize this as a freedom of navigation patrol, Caracas views the presence of the fleet as an act of economic and military intimidation.
Despite marking their territory, the Venezuelan High Command remained deeply suspicious of U.S. motives in the Caribbean.
The crew believed they were alone out here, but they were wrong. The hunt had already begun.
We are looking at the USCGC James, the massive 127-meter Legend-class.
The national security cutter features a state-of-the-art command and control system, capable of processing terabytes of data while maintaining flank speed.
This coordinated effort utilizes the strategic deployment of the USCGC Stone.
Secured in the stern is the over-the-horizon boat. Small, fast, and rugged, this rigid-hull inflatable is the primary tool of interdiction. Built for speed and resilience, these boats enable our teams to launch from cutters and conduct high-risk interdictions across a vast operational area.
This is the HC-144 Ocean Sentry, an aerial surveillance asset equipped with advanced.
The stable high-resolution feed integrates directly with the command center, providing real-time tracking data.
The operation is proceeding exactly as planned.
All units, maintain current course and speed. We have them acquired.
For the U.S. Coast Guard, operations like this are routine. We successfully interdicted over 5 tons of contraband at sea.
Suddenly, the situation escalated. The Venezuelan patrol boat, the PG-50, was moving fast.
The USCGC James displaces 4,500 tons. The Guaicamacuto-class, barely half that.
With a top speed of over 50 knots, the PG-50 demonstrates superior control, ensuring maritime dominance in these complex waters.
These Venezuelan assets introduce critical air support. The Harbin Z9 levels the playing field, ensuring a complex aerial and surface encounter.
The Harbin Z9, seen here, feature an advanced sensor suite and secure communication systems.
Exactly 400. The pursuit begins now.
Venezuela maintains a constant presence in these waters, protecting our borders from illegal incursions.
What began as a routine patrol was instantly transformed. The sudden appearance of the U.S. Coast Guard vessel James.
This is an act of provocation. We view this encroachment as a direct challenge to our national integrity.
This graphic illustrates the critical failure of deconfliction, transforming a routine interdiction into a dangerous international incident.
The crew is casting the superstructure overboard.
These go-fast boats, typically 30 to 40 feet, rely on sheer power. Their twin 300-horsepower engines push them. The strategic race against time. Every second counts as the massive cutter deploys the high-speed interceptor. The over-the-horizon boat deploys. This specialized team is tasked with the dangerous job of stopping the vessel.
Our primary objective is the interdiction of the suspect vessel and the apprehension of its crew. We will not fail.
As the Coast Guard closed in, a new threat emerged from the sky. A Venezuelan military helicopter was fast.
The Venezuelan Z-9 approaches rapidly, an unmistakable threat in international waters.
This is the U.S. Coast Guard Cutter James. State your intentions.
United States Coast Guard, you are ordered to cease this interdiction. You have violated our sovereign airspace.
The crew of the James adheres strictly to protocol, prioritizing de-escalation.
Venezuelan stabilizing force is United States Coast
Guard. The cutter is maintaining position in international waters outside the territorial boundary. This operation is conducted under the
U.S. Coast Guard standing by.
The reply was immediate.
This is the Venezuelan Navy PG-50. You are in Venezuelan waters. State your intentions immediately.
This is the Venezuelan Navy. You are operating within our sovereign waters and national jurisdiction. Depart immediately.
This is our territory. I repeat, leave these waters now.
A dramatic clash of international maritime law.
The go-fast boat is trapped. As U.S. and Venezuelan forces close in, the dangerous stalemate tightens, leaving the
smugglers are trapped, their desperate flight turning into a realization of impending capture.
Hang on, they're cutting us off! We're not gonna make it!
Unfazed by the desperate tactics, the Coast Guard team mirrors the sharp turn with expert precision, showcasing their superior training and equipment. The dual surveillance is clear. Both nations are watching this high-stakes chase unfold from the air, each with their own distinct perspective.
The PG-50's course correction was a calculated act of defiance. By running parallel to the James, they establish a persistent...
By keeping pace exactly, the Venezuelan vessel signals intent. It is a silent challenge, a constant reminder that we are being watched.
While the U.S. crew remains calm, the psychological pressure is having its intended effect, making the situation increasingly fraught.
It is now 14:32 hours, and the rules of engagement are in effect for the boarding team.
¡Alto! ¡Detengan su embarcación! ¡Somos la Guardia Costera!
The net-like device is pulled into the engines, causing the propellers to lock up and the boat to rapidly decelerate.
This was the moment of capitulation. The roar of the chase replaced by the sound of the sea, signaling the end of the line for the three men.
What began as a routine interdiction quickly escalated. This aggressive maneuver by the Venezuelan helicopter marked a sudden...
Attention, U.S. Coast Guard boarding team. Do not proceed. Hold your current position and await further instruction.
Legal gray zone.
The core dispute centers on this overlap. While Caracas claims historical rights within this pursuit origin zone,
We have confirmation on the target location, requesting immediate authorization.
This consultation process ensures every level of the command structure is involved.
the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea provides a clear legal basis. Specifically, Articles 1.
The Venezuelan legal claim is entirely without merit. This vessel displayed no flag, and the hull clear.
Legally, they were in international waters, clearly outside the 12-mile zone. But as the patrol boat closed in, the reality on the water was very different.
Esta clara agresión imperialista en nuestras aguas soberanas no quedará impune. El mundo debe saber la verdad.
The commander's crucial decision signals the U.S. countermove in the information war, transparency, and evidence.
The Coast Guard maintains a vigilant presence on the high seas, conducting boardings with unmatched professionalism.
Keep your hands visible. You are now secure. We have confirmation. The markings match the cartel profile. We found the shipment.
The sample immediately reacted, confirming the presence of cocaine. The estimated street value of this seizure is $80 million.
The swift action of the U.S. Coast Guard meant the operation was already a fait accompli. The PG-50 arrived too late to intervene. The Venezuelan PG-50 loomed out of the haze, bringing the chase to an abrupt halt. In the sudden silence, the true tension of the standoff began.
This is Captain Ramirez of the Venezuelan Navy. You have unlawfully entered our sovereign territory. I order you to state your intentions and withdraw immediately.
Esto es una orden directa. Exijo que detengan su operación inmediatamente.
The commanding officer's reply was measured and precise.
We understand your position, Captain, but you are operating inside U.S. territorial...
The transfer of custody has already happened, and it is to the U.S.
A long, tense wait ensued. For 38 minutes, the stalemate held, with neither vessel willing to move first.
As the surface standoff continues below, the airspace above the fleet remains a highly contested zone, monitored from every angle.
The focus shifts now from the tactical to the diplomatic. This is the hidden layer of conflict resolution, linking...
With the situation escalating offshore, diplomats are working urgently to solidify alliances. The legal agreements...
The Trinidadian government's official statement explicitly supports the actions, validating the operation and isolating the Venezuelan position.
Venezuela will not tolerate foreign interference in its sovereign territory. Any act of aggression will be met with a decisive military response.
They seek to encircle and provoke us, but we have demands. Our sovereignty is non-negotiable. Amidst the heated rhetoric, the scene on the water remains calm. It seems the commanders here are far more pragmatic than the politicians back on land.
New orders have been received. This is the moment the standoff breaks. The slow, deliberate turn. A final pass. It's a last show of presence, a final look before disengaging.
This final, deliberate act of being seen filming is a message. We have this on record.
Order is restored. The mission concludes with the James towing the captured vessel, escorted securely across the Caribbean. Following the seizure, the evidence is meticulously offloaded and stacked. Each package is scanned and cataloged on site before being secured in the facility.
The gavel may have fallen on the physical confrontation, but the battle for public opinion, this new front.
Estas son imágenes exclusivas captadas desde nuestro helicóptero Z-9. La Guardia Costera de EU intercepta una embarcación sospechosa. La Armada Bolivariana defiende nuestra soberanía. El patrullero PG-50 es un símbolo de nuestro valor nacional frente a la agresión extranjera.
The Department of Homeland Security reaffirms that the interdiction was conducted within established international protocols.
The press release emphasizes that the mission was entirely lawful, achieved through strong international cooperation, and vital for long-term regional security.
The people stand united behind the Bolivarian Revolution. We will not be swayed by foreign intervention.
We are committed to providing
This deliberate withholding of complete information by both sides is no accident. It is a strategic choice by governments to control the narrative.
We begin our summary with the interception of a drug vessel. The U.S. Coast Guard initiated legal documentation, followed shortly by the arrival of Venezuelan assets, including the...
While the dispute over Venezuelan assets involved significant rhetoric and verbal challenges, the situation never escalated to a physical conflict.
The incident concluded without a single shot fired, no collision at sea, and no formal diplomatic protest.
As we zoom out, the broader strategic picture emerges. The incident, while isolated, highlights
this interconnected alliance network is vital to upholding regional security, proving that our commitment extends beyond any single incident.
Through joint training and shared intelligence, we reinforce our commitment to regional security and alliance credibility.
Fueled by resource wealth and ideological convictions,
a powerful display of resolve. This confrontation highlights the government's strength, uniting the people behind our sovereign cause. With each passing encounter, we normalize the proximity. But how long?
This visual analogy explains the cycle of escalation, where each side's perceived win makes them more confident and willing to take greater risks.
The contrast is stark. While the South China Sea sees constant, aggressive maneuvers by state and paramilitaries,
the contested zones highlight the underlying similarities. These overlapping maritime claims make the abstract concept.
In these contested waters, peace is fragile. A routine procedure can instantly escalate into a major crisis. It's not just the US and Venezuela, but a multitude of regional players. The Caribbean's geopolitics are truly multipolar.
A single drug interdiction event is viewed through vastly different lenses. For the US, it's counter-narcotics. As the laws of the US, Venezuela, and Trinidad overlap, we see the legal complexity. There is no single universally accepted authority here. Add international maritime law and bilateral agreements to the pile, and the complexity only deepens.
And this is the crux of the issue. In this legal environment, both sides can genuinely believe.
These events are not isolated incidents or accidents, but rather the predictable outcome of an ongoing cycle of tension.
The patrols continue, the seizures make headlines, but the flow of contraband persists. We must